There's a 2,000-year-old story that most people ignore. A story so strange, so unsettling, that once you hear it, you'll never see the world the same way again. Because what if your entire reality isn't real? Today we will talk about this 2,000-year-old story will shatter your reality. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. An ancient story that defies time. 2,000 years ago, in an era when humanity was still discovering the fundamentals of mathematics, astronomy, and philosophy, a story emerged that continues to challenge our understanding of reality today. It is not merely a tale told for entertainment or moral instruction. It is a narrative designed to provoke a radical rethinking of existence itself. This story, recorded and retold across multiple civilizations, reveals a timeless insight. The world we perceive may not be the world as it truly exists. What is remarkable about this narrative is its universality. Despite originating in specific historical and cultural contexts, its essence resonates across geography and centuries. It touches on questions that humans have pondered for millennia. What is truth? How much of what we perceive is real? Are we prisoners of illusions, blind to a larger reality? The persistence of this story suggests that humans have always sensed the presence of deeper truths beyond the visible, tangible world. At its core, this story is about awakening. It forces us to confront the possibility that our daily lives, filled with routine, distractions, and assumptions, may be governed by illusions so subtle that we mistake them for reality itself. And yet, despite its age, it remains profoundly relevant, speaking to modern concerns about perception, consciousness, and the nature of existence. 2. Plato's allegory of the cave, seeing beyond shadows. The most famous version of this story comes from Plato's allegory of the cave, written around 380 BCE in his philosophical masterpiece, The Republic. Plato describes a group of prisoners who have been chained in a dark cave since birth. They face a wall, unable to turn their heads, seeing only shadows projected by a fire behind them. To the prisoners, these shadows constitute the entirety of reality. One prisoner is freed and forced into the outside world. Initially, the sunlight blinds him, and he resists the unfamiliar reality. Gradually, however, his eyes adjust, and he sees the richness and complexity of the world outside the cave. He realizes that the shadows he once believed to be real were mere illusions, and that a greater truth exists beyond perception. When he returns to the cave to share this revelation with the others, they mock him, preferring the comfort of familiar illusions to the challenging truth. Plato's allegory is far more than a story about physical sight. It is a metaphor for intellectual and spiritual awakening. The cave represents the limitations of human perception. The shadows symbolize false beliefs and incomplete knowledge, and the journey outside is the painful but transformative path to enlightenment. This story has become a cornerstone of philosophical thought precisely because it challenges us to question the very nature of what we take for granted as real. 3. Parallels across ancient civilizations. What makes this story extraordinary is its recurrence in diverse cultures, separated by time and geography. Ancient Indian philosophy, for instance, speaks of Maya, the illusion of the material world. According to the Vedic texts, humans are trapped in a reality that is not the ultimate truth, and liberation comes through understanding and transcending these illusions. The Buddha echoed similar ideas, teaching that attachment to perceptions and desires binds humans to suffering and ignorance. The ultimate goal, according to Buddhist teachings, is nirvana, a state of awakening to reality as it truly is. Early Christian mystics also conveyed similar concepts. The Gospel of Thomas, attributed to early followers of Jesus, includes sayings such as, "The kingdom of God is spread out upon the earth, and men do not see it." Here, the notion of hidden reality parallels Plato's cave. Spiritual truth exists, yet it is largely invisible to those who remain bound by material and superficial concerns. Even in ancient Egypt, the idea of reality as an illusion appeared in spiritual texts, describing the veil of Isis, representing the hidden and mysterious forces shaping the universe. Across cultures, the same recurring motif emerges. Humans are trapped in a limited perception, and wisdom involves seeing beyond appearances. This convergence of thought suggests that the recognition of reality as layered and illusory is not confined to a single culture. It is a fundamental insight into human consciousness. 4. the scientific echo of an ancient insight. While Plato, the Buddha, and other ancient thinkers framed their ideas philosophically and spiritually, modern science has begun to explore similar concepts through empirical investigation. Quantum mechanics, in particular, has revealed that the material world is far stranger and less concrete than our senses suggest. Subatomic particles, the building blocks of matter, do not exist in fixed positions or states until observed. They fluctuate between possibilities, forming a reality that is probabilistic rather than deterministic. Experiments such as the double-slit experiment have shown that the act of observation itself can influence the behavior of particles. In essence, consciousness interacts with and shapes reality in ways that classical physics could never have anticipated. The ancient story of Plato's cave, in this light, reads almost like a prophetic insight into the mysteries of quantum reality. What we perceive is not a fixed, objective world, but a filtered experience influenced by perception itself. Modern neuroscience also supports the idea that our brains construct reality rather than passively record it. Our senses, cognitive biases, and preconceptions shape the way we perceive the world, often masking the truth behind layers of interpretation and expectation. Plato's allegory, interpreted through the lens of science, becomes less a metaphor and more a surprisingly accurate description of human experience. Our reality is constructed, filtered, and often misleading. 5. Reality in the age of technology. In today's world, the themes of this ancient story have become even more relevant. The rise of virtual realities, artificial intelligence, and digital simulations forces us to confront the same questions Plato posed thousands of years ago. Could we, like the prisoners in the cave, be immersed in a digital or simulated reality without realizing it? Philosophers and scientists, such as Nick Bostrom, have proposed simulation theory, which suggests that advanced civilizations may one day create simulations indistinguishable from real reality. Even outside the realm of theory, technology shapes our perceptions and experiences in profound ways. Social media algorithms, curated news feeds, and digital personas can create shadows on the wall, filtered versions of reality that we may mistake for the truth. The challenge Plato described is amplified in the modern age. Escaping the cave is no longer only about intellectual or spiritual awakening. It may require discernment in a world saturated with constructed realities and digital illusions. Movies like The Matrix and novels exploring virtual realities draw directly on the allegory of the cave, showing that humanity continues to grapple with these timeless questions. The ancient story, therefore, is not merely historical. It is prophetic, offering insights into challenges we are only now fully beginning to face. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.